What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris Evans here with Zero Meter Chasers here, live on July 27th at 10:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just, excuse me. Just wanted to give a quick update here as we do have severe weather that is ongoing here in portions of central and eastern Kentucky. The first thing I wanted to do was show the severe thunderstorm watch that has been posted for portions of central and eastern Kentucky. This does include Louisville and Lexington, does include portions of Hardin, Breckinridge, and Meade counties as well here locally. And it is really for this complex of thunderstorms that continues to move through central and eastern Kentucky here, just moved through the Lexington area and is continuing to move off to the south and to the east. So it is impacting Richmond right now. I cannot imagine what the Buc-ee's looks like in Richmond right now. And one of the biggest things that I see with this complex of storms is the vivid lightning that is producing. There's a lot of lightning that is being produced with these storms. So we will look at some of the wind that is ongoing right now just to the south of Nicholasville. And again, that looks pretty strong. 55 to 60 mile an hour winds is what radar is kind of estimating right now. And if I zoom out, there has been another complex of storms that did spark a new severe thunderstorm watch out here in far western Kentucky in the Evansville area. But when we look at this complex, it's not really doing that great right now. So it's kind of falling apart a little bit. So the strongest complex of storms is definitely this one near Lexington. And the interesting thing that we can do here on the Weatherfront website is you can kind of see the damage reports that have already occurred with this storm. So if you look just to the west of Lexington and Lawrenceburg, we already have power lines down on Forest Drive in Lawrenceburg. And then here in Frankfort, a personal weather station in Frankfort gusted to 61 miles an hour. So we have confirmed 60 mile an hour wind gusts with this storm, and that goes all the way up here to the I-64 corridor near Louisville, where again Shelby County Mesonet site observed a 61 mile an hour wind gust. So this MCS complex is kind of marched. If I zoom out, the real interesting part is this MCS that is here in central Kentucky originated all the way up here in Chicago. Early this morning around 11 a.m. is when it started and actually began as a supercell and started tracking this way near Indianapolis, and now is in far eastern Kentucky, just south of Lexington. So, what to expect the rest of the night? This is going to be the main show, I think. So, if you're here along the I-75 corridor, really from Lexington to Somerset, I think that's where our biggest severe risk is going to be, especially here near Berea and near Stanford, just in the eastern part of Casey County here in central Kentucky. Again, radar is picking up. Again, the vivid lightning is one of the most interesting things with this storm. A lot of lightning with this. So I know my cousin lives out in Nicholasville, and he just sent me a picture of the lightning. And it's got a video of all the lightning that's occurring out there in central Kentucky, and it's a vivid lightning producer. But again, looking at radar, probably anywhere from 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts with this. And again, we've talked about this. It's not going to take much winds to cause damage because of the amount of rain and storms that we've had locally here. It's not going to take a big amount of wind. So I do think that this is going to be the main show, though. Again, if I zoom out, there's not much going on, although we do have some kind of new storm development here just to the east of Mount Washington near Taylorsville. So we'll have to kind of watch and see what kind of grows on the back side of this. But in the short term, at least, we really don't have much going on here out in central and western Kentucky. This severe thunderstorm watch does go until 2 a.m., however. So we'll just have to kind of watch. Again, I think this corridor here from Lexington to Somerset, right around here, is probably your greatest corridor for any damaging wind potential as we get into the next couple of hours. But again, we'll kind of have to watch this complex up here to the north of Evansville. That'll kind of be sliding to the south in the next couple of hours to kind of see how that tracks. So, again, watching that thunderstorm here near Taylorsville as well to see if we get any back building behind this complex of storms. So, I don't know if you guys watched my video earlier today, but my voice is sounding a lot better. Starting to get my voice back a little bit. So, it was down in the gutter there for a couple of days. It was terrible. But we're starting to get the voice back. Just have to get through another round of severe weather. And in true Kentucky fashion, it's going to be an overnight severe risk. Really, the severe risk is going to peak. It's peaked right now. It's going to gradually diminish as we get into the next couple of hours. I did want to show the SPC outlook for the rest of the night really quick. Let me take that off of there. And here is that SPC outlook. And I don't think it's doing a terrible job. I do like where the enhanced risk was kind of placed. That's where we had that swath of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts that were confirmed. And then as we get through the night, that's where we have that level 2 out of 5 slight risk. But I do think we'll have some damaging wind threat, especially out here near Somerset along the I-75 corridor as we get through the evening and the rest of our overnight tonight. So I just wanted to hop on here, do a quick radar scan with you guys, kind of tell you guys what to expect. We'll kind of look one more time, see what the radar is showing. Yeah, we're still getting about 50-mile-an-hour winds here. But I do expect a gradual downtick with these thunderstorms here in central Kentucky as we get through the next couple of hours. So did want to see what notification just popped up there. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm just looking right now. I should actually be able to pop this up. Hold on, give me 1 second, and I think I'm going to be able to pop this up here. Maybe not. I'm trying to get on the 0 meters Twitter really quick for you guys so I can share some of the damage reports that are coming out of central Kentucky. And I am able to do that here, so give me 1 second to get everything switched over here. Again, you're looking at the radar. Damaging winds are going to be pushing into Danville, Richmond, and Berea here in the next hour or so here in central Kentucky. This is confirmed causing damage here. If I can get this pulled up really quick, that should work. Yes, so we should be looking at this now. So this was a 911 call center here. Reports thunderstorm damage. A tree fell onto a house in Jessamine County. So this is just to the west of Nicholasville where we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that's going on right now. And this says it's taking off a section of the roof. So I'm going to retweet that here. Again, this is a 911 call that was in Jessamine County where a tree fell onto a house and took off a section of the roof. If I scroll down again, trained weather spotter reports thunderstorm damage, trees blown along road in Wildcat Road in eastern Anderson County. So again, that's near Lawrenceburg with this complex of storms that is ongoing here in central Kentucky. So this complex of storms near Lexington is definitely causing some issues, and I think will likely continue to cause some issues for the next hour or so. So if you know anybody in Richmond or Berea, just make sure they're aware that this is coming this way. Kind of see what Mike put on here really quick. Chris, the MCS did really well today as it traveled along the Cape Convergence. dropping south, southeast. Yeah, I'll tell you, the last 2 days I felt like the MCS complexes have kind of just traveled along that Cape gradient, and the models haven't really handled it well. But if you kind of look at the meso-analysis early in the morning, it'll kind of give you the picture of what to expect for the rest of the day. And I think as I looked this morning, it definitely looked like data was running a little bit too slow, which is why the SPC kind of pushed that slight and enhanced risk further south, and that's why we're getting these storms. Data was showing some of the storms here around midnight, but it was clear, kind of just looking how quick they were moving, that they were going to get in here a little bit quicker, which is why we have that elevated severe risk, because we still have some of that Cape. I can't pull it up right now, but I know we still have instability. Even though the sun went down, we had a lot of instability today. So there's still some fuel left in the atmosphere for these storms, although the sun is down. So again, we're going to be watching these storms here next couple of hours. Don't think it's a high severe risk at all, and damaging winds are going to be the primary risk. But we'll just have to kind of watch and see if any other complexes of storms here can fire. Didn't mean to zoom out that bad. But we'll have to see how this complex of storms here near Evansville does, as again, it's looking really weak. And then if we can get any back building of these storms here farther west in central Kentucky. But I definitely think that the highest severe risk is going to be from Lexington to Somerset along the I-75 corridor. And we'll have to watch and see if we get any back building along the I-65 corridor. But again, if you watched my video earlier today, I kind of hinted at, I thought a lot of people were going to get skipped because we were going to see that weakening and cold pooling of storms, which is exactly what you see here in central Kentucky, which will kill any of the severe risk. So I don't think if you're in Grayson County, Meade County, Breckenridge County, Tell City, Owensboro, all this cold pooling is going to effectively injure severe risk. Even Hardin County here is getting into some of that cold pooling or stratiform rain. So that'll kind of kill off the severe risk, and data was showing that, and it'll continue to just gradually weaken. These storms will through the afternoon. But if you're in this severe thunderstorm watch, just make sure you have a way to receive warnings, especially next hour or so, as storms will gradually weaken within the next hour. So I appreciate everybody coming in here. We'll continue to have updates. I did want to kind of look, since we're on my channel, we'll kind of look at the HRRR. Remember, model data is not handling this well at all, but I wanted to look at today and any possible complexes that we have tomorrow. So we'll just kind of look at this together real quick. So as we get to about 7 a.m., it's showing more that what's so crazy about the HRRR is earlier today, all this rain, it was showing it all the way over here tomorrow morning. Now it's got it all the way over here east of I-75, all the way in far eastern Kentucky. So you just cannot trust model data anywhere, even 24 hours out right now. It's just really bad with this type of a setup. But as we get into Tuesday, it does look like our Tuesday is going to be pretty dry. At least the HRRR is showing that. I did want to look at our upper air real quick and see if we had any of those short waves kind of moving in. Again, I'm on my channel, so we'll get a little bit more nerdy here. Looking at the 500 millibar, which is about 18,000 feet above our head, you can see that jet streak that's kind of allowing for those thunderstorm development here as we get into the overnight period tonight. And then that's that jet streak in the early morning. That's kind of what I was looking at to see if it was showing any repeated rounds of showers and storms as we got into our Tuesday morning, but it's kind of hinting at eastern Kentucky now. And then as we get into, doesn't spark any storms, right? Didn't spark any storms. I do want to look at a sounding real quick. But 500 millibar flow does show a little bit potential, and still an 89.77 with over 1,000 D Cape tomorrow. So we'll have to see if we get any thunderstorms again as we get into tomorrow afternoon. A little bit of a short wave showing up. If I zoom out a little bit, you can clearly see that here, especially along and east of I-65. I know I got a question here. Is Evansville okay? Yeah, I think Evansville is okay. We'll have to watch that complex of storms to your north. That is up there. We'll have to see how it kind of progresses in the next couple of hours. But I don't think that the severe risk is very high, and that complex of storms is kind of weakening a little bit within the last 30 to 45 minutes. So I'll hop on radar one more time before I get off this video. But this right now is looking at Tuesday afternoon. And again, this is looking at our 500 millibar jet streak, and you can see that jet streak here along and east of I-65. If we look at our Cape, we'll see if we build in any instability, and yeah, you can see plenty enough instability, nearly 3,000, 2,000 to 3,000 joules of Cape along and west of I-65. So I definitely think along I-75 to I-65 might be the area again tomorrow for maybe another round of shower and storm development. Let me look at one more model here. I want to kind of look, see if any other model data is showing any storms. Does not look like the name is showing it either, but it is showing that the morning convection out in far eastern Kentucky. So if we look at the 500 millibar on the NAM real quick, we'll see. Yeah, you can see how it's focused a little bit farther east. It's a little bit weaker as well compared to the HRRR. So I don't think tomorrow's storm chance is that high, but we'll just have to watch and see. If the FV3 does not convect, then we're really not going to get any storms. So we'll be interested to see if the FV3 has any storms, and it really doesn't. So definitely think tomorrow might be more dry compared to what we had the last couple of days. So that's going to be nice. But we'll have a full update for you guys as we get into tomorrow. I'll have another live video for you guys on what to expect as we kind of get through this active pattern. But I definitely think we just have to kind of get through today, and I think we'll be okay with the severe weather aspect. So it does look like this severe thunderstorm warning expired 3 minutes ago, so we no longer have that severe thunderstorm warning out here in central Kentucky. So definitely don't think it's a high risk at all. And we'll continue to keep you guys updated here at 0 Meter Chasers. So, again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody coming in here. And if anything changes, I could hop on here and give you guys a quick update. But I definitely think the severe threat's going to gradually diminish as we get through the next couple of hours. So, again, I appreciate everybody coming in here. I hope you have a blessed night. Thank you, guys.